So today we will be discussing about backtesting, a simple strategy using Python. So for today's discussion, I have chosen a golden cross strategy. In this strategy, we have two moving averages. One is shorter term moving average and longer term moving average. Whenever shorter moving average goes above long term moving average, that junction or crossover is called as golden cross. And as per this strategy, we initiate our long position over there and wind up our long position only when short term moving average goes below long term moving average. Okay, so without any delay, let's go back to the editor. For a basic requirement for any Python programming is to have Python installed in your system and have a decent editor. This editor is PyCharm. Okay, so for any backtesting, there are couple of points which you need to take care of. One is data availability, from where you will get the data, whether you have the data stored on your system or you will fetch it online at the same time. Another point is to have that strategy ready. In our case, we have that golden cross strategy. So strategy should be clearly described or clear in your head. Okay. Okay, now go ahead. I'm first defining a entry point, and basic things I'll declare in this method, like symbol. It's a stock symbol. Let's say I want to test it ITC. It is in a Yahoo format. Okay, I will be sourcing data from Yahoo for positional data, positional strategy, and data will be EOD basis. Okay, apart from that, we need slow moving average equals to 50, fast moving average equals to 200. What else we need? We need duration, date range. So to date equals to datetime. Okay, I need to import datetime library for datetime to work. Okay, and it will be today, to date, and from the starting of the range. So from date equals to date minus, I will define one more function, time delta. It is also imported. Time delta is used for defining a range, we can say, as we want to minus number of days. So time delta is a very useful function for that. So days will be 4 multiplied by 365. So now we have a range of 4 years. Now we want to source data. So fetch data is a method I want to declare, and I want to have that data stored in some variable stock prices. Okay, now this is okay. I need to import one more library, that is pandas data reader.data. Why? Because I this library will help me to call external APIs or sourcing data easily. Okay, data reader. There is a specific format. You can see data source, union, name of the function, start and pause session. So there are a couple of fields which we need. So symbol is the name we are passing. Source will be Yahoo. Then start will be from date and will be to date. Fantastic. And I need to return it simply here. Now after this, what we need to do is we need to apply strategy. Okay, sorry. So this will be our main function where we apply our strategy, golden cross strategy, on the data which we have fetched. Okay, so what are the steps for this strategy? First, we need to calculate simple day moving average on, and we need to store it in a column. That this data is returned from the API in a tabular form. Each column represents, like, one column is for date, another is for OHLC format, basically open, high, low, close, and volume will also be there. So I will simply try to calculate moving average. In Python, it's very easy to calculate moving average. Let me show you. Close dot rolling is a function. Yes, and I need to pass slow MA here dot mean. So this will be my slow moving average calculated for slow moving period, that is 50-day moving average. Here I need to pass fast moving average, fast MA. Fantastic. Now next point is, we have calculated our moving averages. Now I need to define a area when slow moving average is above fast moving average and below, all those for each row of the data. So I can do that using comparing slow and fast moving average value for each record, and I'll save it like above, simply above, and these values are like equals to, greater than equals to fast MA. Similar. Okay, now I need to find out the first point when it crosses above. Similarly for below also I'll do that. Okay, I will calculate in first above, that first time it is going above. We can do that using excuse me, it has to be true, and above dot shift, I need to shift it by 1 to get the previous value, and that has to be false. Okay, similarly I need to calculate for below, that is nearly same. Now I need to get these points. Okay, so we can simply say, if you see that first above is a buy point, we have to buy every time whenever we get this true value for first above, and whenever we have first below, we have to exit our long positions. So buy points equals to we need to import one more library, that is NumPy. That is a very useful library for Python whenever you want to do any data crunching or data analysis. NumPy and Pandas are the two most important libraries. So np dot where first above equals to true. Similarly, I'll calculate cell points. Simply Okay. Now I have got the buy points and sell points. Now I need to do one thing. I need to find the difference of, or basically points which we have captured in buy point and sell point, and then simultaneously. So I'll declare one variable trades equals to, this is a array. I have to iterate through buy points, buy point in buy points, and it's a numpy array, so I have to do this. So buy price. So for first point we will calculate buy price, that will be, it's a index value, buy point is. So stock prices dot ILOC is for index based location, or fetching any row value based on index. So I'll mention buy point, and we need close. Okay. Now I want a corresponding sell point. So sell point equals to, it has to be first value from sell points which is greater than buy price. Okay, so we will iterate from this point, this sell points, and if we do not find any value which is higher than buy point, then that has to be last value of stock price. So let me simply assign the last value first. Index of last value will be length of stock prices minus 1. Okay, that will be sell point if we do not find any value which is higher than buy price in sell points. Now we will iterate through sell points. Okay, sell point in sell points. Now we have to check if sell point is greater than or equals to buy point, rather less than equals to, then we need to do continue, else sell point will be equals to sell point, and then we need to come out of this loop. Fantastic. Now sell price will be same as this, but we need to replace it by sell point. Okay, now in trades we need to append the points which we have captured, and the value of those, that will be sell price minus buy price. Simple. Okay, now what we need to do is, once we have captured everything, and that means we have gone through or iterated through each buy point, then what we will do is we will print the trades. F is for formatted printing. Trades taken are trades, and total profit or loss is trades dot sum of trades. Now let me try to execute this. Hopefully I have not made any mistake, but let's see. Oh wow. So if you see that only 3 trades were taken. In first trade we got loss of 100 rupees or 100 points. In second trade we got loss of 32 points, and in third trade we got loss of 7 points. And so total we do not got any profitable trade in ITC. Unfortunate. Let's analyze the records by debugging it. That is another way of checking results intermediately. Okay. One way is to validate via going through each on chart manually. We can do that. And another way is to see how are the values updated here. Simply this data frame, this is a data frame we call in Python, and let's see how are the values. If you see for first few values it is NAN. That is because for calculating 50-day moving average we need a data of 50 days. So starting from 51 we will get the values. Okay, here it is. So we can say 1 year, nearly 1 year data is not traded. That is only used for calculating our moving averages. So I'll show you. Okay, here since the range of our strategy execution is 19th December 2017 to till date. So here you can see first time below, here it was, and whenever we get first above, so first below, then we have not started any long position, so trade will not be taken. Let's go. So first trade should have been taken over here at the buy price of where is the close, 281, and let's see where it goes, and it should have been exited at 275. So that means 281 minus or 275 minus 281, nearly 6 rupees. Let's see what was the result printed. In trades nearly 10. Aha. So basically so you can, now you got the gist how we can backtest using Python. Similar, you can change any stock over here or a script name here and you can test it. If you have any other strategy, similarly you can apply it here. So my basic idea was to demonstrate how easily anyone can use Python for backtesting. Okay. So if you have any questions regarding this, you can just drop me a message in comment section or on Twitter. My Twitter ID is @observednifty. Thank you everyone.